In the fall of 1979, Gordie was back in the NHL with the Hartford Whalers. When it came time to name the roster for the All-Star game, there was one player every fan wanted to see.
One of the most thoughtful things for Gordie Howe was when Scotty Bowman invited me to the 1980 All-Star game, which was held in Detroit. There was a standing ovation. It seemed like it was for 3 days. And I was nervous. I had a shot. I must have missed the net by 30 feet. I was so nervous. None of the things were functioning properly, and even the guys were laughing at me. And then the puck came out in front of the net, and I shot, and the goaltender made a save, and the guy checked me. He said, "Oh, I'd love to see you score." It was the funniest thing I ever went through, because the opposition was cheering for me to score a goal.
The sport of hockey has given us great stars, but nobody has shone brighter than Gordie Howe. I interviewed Gordie on CBS back in 1960, and I said, "Gordie, how much longer can you play this game?" And he said, "Brian, I'd really like to get in 20 years, but I'm not sure I can do it." And I thought of that later, because he was still playing at age 51, 52 years of age, and nobody will ever do that again.
He's the greatest hockey player that took him many years to earn that, but he's the greatest hockey player that I have ever seen.
I have a lot of admiration for him. A lot of people to this day wonder about who is the greatest hockey player in the world. I always pointed my finger at Gordie Howe.
In 1980, 52-year-old Gordie Howe retired as the game's all-time leading scorer. Mr. Hockey captured 4 Stanley Cups, 6 scoring titles, was league MVP 6 times, and earned All-Star honors 21 times. But for all his success, Gordie is quick to credit Mrs. Hockey, his wife Colleen.
The reason why I lasted so long in the game of hockey is attributed to her, because when I left home, I know the kids were in good hands. She was so capable of doing everything. So I went with a mind clear to think about the game of hockey, and I think that leads to a lot of success.
I really believe that, you know, the key to everything we've done together, and so much in business and so much in the sport, is because we both loved hockey. So we loved the sport, and we loved each other.